God damn it. Good evening, mortals. Hello, everyone.
Pinch.
Do the pinch, Jackie. Do it.
I forgot.
Hey, everybody. Yes, Blackthorn, the first thing on stream was dicks. Indeed.
Yes.
Hello, Blackthorn. Hello, Lavada. Hey, everyone. We're running by the seat of our pants a bit here today because I got stuck in traffic for 45 minutes on my way home. It was a good time. I just realized. Don't look at Jorb. Yeah, Invisigorb. Oh. Visigorb. Hello, Dizzy. So we are playing Exalted today. I don't know. Did anyone tell you guys in the chat with me?
No.
Oh, yeah. That's why I gathered you all here.
Oh shit! I thought we were taking over the world. My bad.
No,
Here to just absolutely scream bitch the second that stream opened, but you know.
I'm pretty sure that the Red Council of Venice already took over the world.
Damn.
Yeah, were you not a part of that? It's like 1286 or something.
No, they kicked me out like 100 years prior.
Oh, you were part of the Witch Purges. Oh, that sucks, buddy. Oh my god, everything.
Alright, so what are we doing today?
Exalted. You guys are going on a field trip, methinks.
Yay!
Okay, so... Chat, you guys can hear everything okay. I fucking instantly figured out something I was missing. What's it called? The pattern spider stuff. To make pattern spiders. Oh my god. That threw a real wrench in my day, that whole traffic thing. That was horrible. So there was a protest in my city for a cause I actually support, but it ruined my day. So I'm in this weird spot of being like, oh, that really sucked, and also like, but it has to suck or it doesn't work.
Yep. The point of protesting is to make you uncomfortable.
Yep.
I personally think that it has not been taken nearly far enough and should, in fact, become much, much worse. Let's burn some fucking buildings. Am I right? But anyway, chat, I do not encourage violence. That was
Twitch, for legal reasons, that was a joke.
That was not just for legal reasons. That was a joke. No one burn any buildings down,
of course.
please.
Well, there goes my Thursday.
My Thursday is going to be spent watching Aki scream and run from zombies.
Nice.
No, I would rapidly approach them and just bitch them out.
Oh
of
my god.
existence.
Chat, Pattern Spiders, if you guys have not yet seen the clip that I made of that particular moment, I highly recommend
The
it.
bitching.
The bitching.
It was so funny. Just, it was perfectly like from left of screen to right, just bitch, and then a zombie's head exploded. It was, like, we couldn't have scripted that one. You know, like if our show was scripted, that it wouldn't have been as good. Anyway, Exalted. So I'm really flying by the seat of my pants here tonight. Chat, or sorry, not chat. Fellow players, please bear with me. I'm so very sorry.
Oh,
Okay.
Aki, did you just say no?
what's up?
Oh, hello, Alchemist. Enjoy your TTRPG, buddy. Did you say no to me when I said please bear with me?
I don't know. Take it up with HR.
Oh, okay. HR.
I can't rotate. I'm stuck.
Why are you stuck?
Because they had to move my furniture and now I'm stuck.
Oh.
I think HR needs to contact HR.
Yeah, can you
I
rotate
need to contact
2 times?
HHR.
HRHR.
Yep.
If you get enough of those, does it become the Triple H Club? 4H Club? What is it?
No, it's just her.
All right.
Yeah, Jordan, I didn't know you identified as a joke.
I don't
Pronouns are
identify.
he.
I don't identify as a joke. I just am one.
Oh, woof.
Well, I
You
mean,
know what?
I'm a streamer. My whole thing is making people enjoy their day. So I'm either a joke or this is all very sad.
True story.
The pattern spiders have informed me that for legal reasons, I'm a joke. That's pretty funny, actually.
Put that on your driver's license.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Pronouns. Haha.
Haha, pronouns. That's still funny, right? One of the two conservative jokes. I am an attack helicopter.
Shwa shwa shwa.
I thought it was quab. Oh well. Okay, so if you guys will recall, you had dealt with the police, met with the Canadian government, and a monk. Could you guys summarize, kind of in brief, what your blue booking was over the last 5 days for the pattern spiders? And we'll start with Ben.
Fuck. Alright, so, evening of last session, after the whole monk conversation, Ben went and sat in the hot tub. He was joined by Mercy. Nothing happened. Next day,
Why'd you say it like that?
no reasons, and Darius didn't hear anything.
Darius, could you confirm that, please?
No.
All right, cool. Moving on.
Good man. Next day, he did some training, hid in his room for no reason whatsoever. Definitely wasn't embarrassed.
Weird.
On day
That's
2,
several things that are suspicious.
Shh. Day 2, he taught Joe how to punch a bitch and kick a bitch.
Joe did not enjoy punching or kicking bitches, but figured he should learn to anyway.
Yeah. Day 3, he did some shopping with Mercy. Got some new clothes and stuff. Nothing else happened that day.
Nothing happened, huh? Could you say that a
nothing
little
else.
more suspiciously?
Nothing happened. All right.
No, that was the same level of suspicious. Weird.
Yeah, weird, huh? Day 4, he packed for the trip now that he got new clothes. And then on the last day, he had dinner with his friends.
Nothing happened.
God damn it, James. No, he did not have sexual relations with that woman. Damn it.
Source. I'm gonna need your source. Mercy. And
Yeah. Evening of last session, spoke with the monk, hung out in the hot tub with Ben. The next day, she sparred with.
Whoa, back up. You
What's
hung
up?
out in the hot tub with Ben, and then what happened?
And then the next day happened. Anyways, I
What
sparred
in between
with,
those two things?
No, I sparred with
Okay.
and trained Darius. Met her parents for dinner. She pretty much goes for walkabouts pretty all day, like every day. So I'm not gonna add those. She talked to the lawyer, as she said that she would, and she went and talked to the monk as well. Went shopping with Ben on day 3.
What happened?
Packed.
What happened after the shopping?
She went for a walkabout.
Okay, but in between the shopping and the walkabout.
No, she finished packing.
Oh, okay, but after the finishing packing, but before the walkabout?
She had a nap.
Okay, in whose bed?
Her own. What are you talking about?
Uh-huh.
Anyways, and then there was the dinner with the
With
squad.
what company is what I should have asked.
The dinner with the squad. Everybody.
I'm sensing an undercurrent here, is what I'm saying.
What? That there was dinner? Yeah, there's there. I mean, there was a lot. There was lots of eating in Spelunking.
Was there
So-
fish?
No.
Oh, well, it's just there was a lot of
chicken
undercurrent.
specifically.
There was a lot of undercurrent in this dinner. So I was thinking fish.
Oh, no. Fish is a usual allergy. Chicken is less so. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you guys just devoured some chicken, some white meat.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Continue.
And that's it.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Next up, James.
James doubled down on his work at the final word. He set up Samuel to investigate Thomas Fairview, hoping to dig up some dirt in case we need to get him to back off. He took Abigail antiquing so that he could learn how to pick up high quality items out of the junk. Set up a gala for the rain retreat to try and help with the back tax problem. And yeah, that was basically it.
Okay, cool. Do you have a comment on what Mercy and Ben got up to there?
Investigations are pending.
Okay. I'm just curious if you had to comment, what you would say.
James knows nothing.
Bring it up to the public relations board.
I gotta
Okay.
spin my chair the opposite way for that.
Well, get on it.
I am stuck. I don't
Get
know. what
on
you
it like
want
we
me-
assume you got on Ben.
No.
Okay. Darius.
Not a whole lot. Did some training with Mercy, had dinner with the group, and trained some of his own skills as well.
And overheard something?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I was talking about that thing that you definitely overheard.
Oh, yeah, I possibly did.
Great. Well, I think we're all. Oh wait, Joaquin.
Hello.
You're not in the roll 20.
Oh, that's why. Okay, let me fix that.
You are also sounding very, very weird.
Okay, let me fix that too.
Please fix everything.
Okay, I believe that may partially or entirely fix the second of those two things. Do I sound less weird now?
You do, and I didn't just do your mic check.
Am I on speak?
Don't know. Just
Yeah.
heard you ask that question, but that's it.
How?
We can't hear you at all, man. I think you're cutting out a lot. Nope, that didn't come through. Uh-oh, Skiddios. Oh, if anyone's in the chat, by the way, get out. That's for pattern spiders only.
Then briefly to ban a bot because
Okay.
I literally just have the users in chat.
Okay. Okay, well, while Joaquin works on his mic issues, so the last thing that happened to you guys is that you had found out there was a tomb in Egypt that had recently been unearthed, in which one of James's contacts had managed to get a couple frames of what looked to be a girl or a woman with light radiating from her body. And to make things even weirder, the Egyptian government was planning to demolish the tomb to make way for low-income housing, which is exceedingly strange for the Egyptian government to do. And then you guys got some plane tickets, am I correct?
Yep, certainly.
I believe so.
On a sidebar, a nice thing about this being a modern campaign is that I was literally able to look up like the seating plans of possible planes that we would take there, because I could just look that up. It was cool.
The internet
That is
your
cool.
source book.
It kind of is. Try not to look up any major plot points on the internet. Not because I'm getting them from anywhere. I promise you I'm not. But you never know.
Oh, don't turn on the news.
Never turn on the news,
Might
correct.
put you on a watch list.
That is true.
For the stuff that I've looked up for this character, probably.
I feel that.
Yeah. Writer problems.
I don't think so, Blackthorn. Sorry, I'm just gonna have to say no to that fate weaving. Don't worry, guys. There was no fate weaving. Don't know what you're talking about.
Oh god.
I said no to it. You're fine. Don't worry about it. I verbally said no and did not nod or anything at the pattern spiders to indicate that I was lying. Don't stress.
I find that questionable, but okay. Shall we continue?
Yeah. So to set the scene, you're all in the penthouse, and you're getting ready to leave for the airport.
Right on. Well, James has like 3 bags, one of which has his camera equipment in it. Getting probably the first couple of cups of coffee going for the morning and arranging a lift to the airport.
Cool. Ben has one suitcase that he kind of bummed off of one of his fellow roommates, and his usual backpack. And he's just sitting in the living room waiting.
Darius
Okay.
will have his normal suitcase that he keeps in his car empty of its gun, as well as a pull-along suitcase. I am not bringing a gun into the airport.
Mercy just has her bag and a backpack.
Okay. Are you bringing your armor, Mercy?
No,
I
actually.
think it'll work because I have gone to a public location with Wi-Fi.
We can hear you now.
Okay. My apologies.
No problem.
We'll try to keep things stable as long as I can.
Sounds good. Anyway,
Blue booking things that Joe did. He now has a martial arts Sifu. He is sticking to the very basics and still does not enjoy punching or kicking anybody.
noted. So, you guys are getting together and hanging out. Are you? Everyone's there. Everyone agrees they're going to Egypt today.
Yes.
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 Okay. So you all basically pile into a car, drive over to the airport, pay for parking. You have to take your shoes off to get inspected before they'll let you into the pre-boarding area. While you're there, there's an announcement about a delay for some other flight that causes a few people to swear profusely. One guy actually says out loud, "This is the third delay. I'm fucking suing." And there is TV in the waiting room with breaking news.
Ooh, I'm glued to that.
Cool. There was
Is
an
there a
announcement
concession?
made by Kim Jong-un stating that he was in talks to reconcile the differences between North and South Korea so that there could be free travel between the two nations.
Oh, damn.
Everybody will notice Joe twitch.
You all right there, bud?
He's staring at the breaking news, and like glances, like looks straight back at James. Did you hear anything about this?
First I'm hearing of it. Otherwise, I would let you know.
At that exact moment, your phone gets a ping, James.
Okay, what we got?
It is Abigail telling you to turn on the goddamn news.
I'll laugh and show Joaquin. Yeah, I guess it's a bit of a surprise to everybody.
I have a question. Does this airport have like a concession store thing that like sells magazines and stuff?
Yep. It has several.
Ben's gonna
actually.
go over there.
Okay.
Just gonna wander over there.
Real quick note. Joaquin, you see that one of the papers on the lectern in front of the leader of North Korea is has a very familiar texture of paper to it. Anyway, so Ben, you arrive there. There's a guy in front of you in line who's trying to pay for just a soft drink, but his card is not working. And he says, "I swear to God, this thing worked this morning." Tea.
Yeah, you're just getting a soda, right?
He's like, he turns around. You can see he's dressed in business clothing. He looks like a professional. He says, "Yeah, I'm sorry. You can go ahead of me. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with this thing."
Yeah, no worries. Take your time. I'm just gonna look through the magazines.
So you're not buying anything? All right, let me. I
Well,
gotta.
no, he
I'll
wants to
make some
look through
phone calls. I'll be, go ahead. I'll be back. And he walks away.
All right. Ben's just gonna look through the magazines, gonna choose a
Okay.
sport one, and he's gonna buy it.
All right, great. You are now the proud owner of Illustrated Sports, a totally not real magazine.
All right, he's gonna go over to some of the seats,
Oh,
a little distanced away from the others,
okay.
and he's going to carefully open up his backpack and shove it into his bag in a way where the front and back covers are kind of separated.
Okay, cool. Everyone who is within eyeshot of Ben, you feel free to make some insight checks here.
Mercy is too busy trying to look at what gate their flight is out of.
Okay, probably perception and socialize, I should imagine.
For looking up what gate.
Yeah, it's perception and socialize to look at a board with gate numbers. You gotta
I don't
ask
know.
the board very nicely first. You literally have flown more than me. How do you not know this, Aki?
Please.
What?
Please.
Please what?
Board, give me your answers.
All right, great.
That's
Okay, yeah, that was incredibly weird. What Ben just did, that was very weird.
I'll make note of that. Okay.
All right. The guy eventually goes back to the counter and pays for his whatever, and then he sits kind of like not with you guys, but like near enough. He's kind of sitting in a space with a few chairs that are empty around him, and he's just trying to get himself comfortable. He pulls his phone out and starts angrily typing on it. That guy is going with them to Egypt. No reason.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah, angry typing. I'm not at all inventing new characters to vamp for time while I write slightly ahead of where you guys are.
What's Darius doing?
If I'm audible,
That is a good question. What is Darius doing?
Darius is doing some work on his
Yeah,
laptop
audible.
that he's pulled off to wait. Joe, are you trying to?
I
Yeah, we
Might-
lost him again.
be audible, but
Yikes.
Joe, maybe try just using the chat for today.
Yeah, we've lost you, buddy.
It isn't even.
Sorry.
But he's muted his mic.
Oh, wow, yeah, you're right. He's muted and it's doing weird glitchy noises. Okay.
Darius is just going to be doing some work on his laptop.
Okay. So eventually your gate is called and everyone gets on the plane. There's not many people who get on a plane, this plane, but there's enough to fill it out a little bit. You note that the guy with several delays is not getting on this plane either. But your business friend is. Are your tickets first class? I can't recall.
Yes, you said
Yes.
they were.
Great. So he's sitting in the same class as you guys.
Is this triggering my? Hold on. Where's that ability?
Your PTSD? I don't think so. It's just a plane.
It's my investigation charm.
Okay, if you're gonna ask, does this trigger a charm that it's weird this guy is getting on a plane? There are like a dozen people other than him that get on the same plane as you, that were there before you, just like this guy, who get into the same class. There's actually people who sit closer than him.
Okay.
So if you're asking if this triggers a charm, fuck to the no, it does not.
Okay.
Are
Fair
you
enough.
kidding me?
I'm just asking if my instinct says I should profile this character.
Sure, it does. You know what? Totally. This guy's super weird. He's a businessman whose card doesn't work.
Okay. Let's have a look at this guy and see
Uh-oh.
what I get.
Uh-oh. Pattern spiders help.
Investigation perception.
Yeah, is that how this works? Well, it's a profile action, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
That
Four
would be a
successes.
4.
I don't think that beats his guile. Okay, so you discover with some certainty that this guy is in fact a businessman on a fucking plane, which I know is shocking to hear, but they do that on occasion.
Fair
Holy
enough.
shit, that was close. Let's see. Oh, it is morning. What's this? Oh, is that for me?
I think
Thank
on my
you,
calculations
Blackthorn.
it should be the 11th.
I believe
10th,
so.
actually. Maybe.
10th?
I think so. Blackthorn did.
Oh, sorry, hang on. The pattern spiders have changed things somewhat.
Oh no.
This guy is weird. He keeps glancing over at you guys, like more than you would expect. Fuck you, Blackthorn. Like, he looks like he almost recognizes you. See if I can still save it. Oh, God.
I'm gonna look up at him and say, "Is there something that we can help you with?"
He says, aren't you... He points over at Mercy. Aren't you the lady from the TV? Like the vigilante lady, right?
I'll look at Mercy and leave that answer in her hands.
Let's see if I can recover it.
That's
eightfold paths joined.
How do I put this? I'm not actually her. I play her in some, and Mercy does quotes, adult films that are coming out.
He goes, oh, and he turns around.
You can see
Oh
Ben
my God,
flushing
that's
in his
the
seat.
Smile.
Holy shit. that was
Ben
close.
yeah,
just turns
no,
and looks out the window.
Yeah, I've got the synopsis right here, actually.
He is steadfastly ignoring you.
I don't know if you guys want to know.
No, I don't think we need to know more. Thank you.
I love that she. Yeah, this is amazing. I love this.
All right, great. With that awkward encounter out of the way,
Part of the
I have-
hashtag Do Her Better campaign.
he is still steadfastly ignoring. He puts headphones in.
As he's putting the last one in, I ask, "Do you want a pin, sir?"
I have a question. Who is sitting next to who in the plane?
That's a good question.
Ben takes a window seat. And from what I remember from what Aki showed me, these planes in the first class have pairs of two.
Correct.
So who's sitting next to who?
Well, I'm sitting next to Janice from HR.
They're based on my own research. There's 3 flights out. The second flight has more of like sleeper pods.
This is a magical flight that isn't real. Fuck you in particular.
Eat my entire ass. There's 3 flights. Let me do my research. But anyways, yeah, it's 2 seats usually in first class. Seeing as I have flown a lot more than Jordan.
Have you flown a lot of first class, Aki?
No, but I have passed it and looked longingly.
You know what?
On my way,
Fair
yeah,
enough.
on my way back
I
to
was gonna make
origami myself into a seat.
I was gonna make a first against the wall joke, but that checks out. Being paraded past better life sounds exactly like the poor person experience.
Do you do that a lot?
What?
Being paraded past better life?
Constantly.
That seems like a
I live
visceral experience.
I live in a first world country.
Okay.
I
Anyways, this game.
routinely watch people go home at 5 o'clock. Or don't
Alright,
work
so
at all.
who's sitting next to Ben?
Not I.
Mercy.
I'll sit next to Ben.
It's gonna be Mercy.
It's definitely Mercy. And sitting behind the two of you are 2 more, and then there's 1 solo in front.
It's probably Joe. If there's an open seat next to him, it just gets like filled with the large amount of technology that he's got in his bags.
Okay.
Carry on.
Is actually going to sit down beside Joe and pull out his laptop.
All right.
I'm trying to translate some of the websites for the dig site that we're going to.
Oh, I see. At Storyteller, Strange Tongue Understanding, I translate the thing.
Great.
Okay.
Does that require any checks?
No, it is 1 mote you understand.
Great. So the at the very front of the webpage is a big, bold call to action to prevent the government from destroying the dig site.
That makes sense. And to be clear, it's 1 mote per it's like per 4 or 5 short sentences or 1 long involved concept. So
I would say that the big warning is probably 1.
Yeah.
And then you can tell that it continues to talk about why the site should be protected as it goes on. So I don't know how many motes you want to spend, but if you do spend enough, there is a donation link with a contact.
He's gonna translate any parts of the site that aren't like obviously, oh, that is a button that says, menu, whatever, and then he'll just, click the button, go to the page, and translate the page itself to know what the button said, that kind of thing.
Okay, sure. So
It's one mode at a time, so even from peripheral, it shouldn't trigger anima flare, because I think you need to spend 5 at a time.
No, once you get 5 spent, period,
Okay.
you anima flare.
Gonna just go ahead and spend 10 motes from personal,
Great.
because it's a multiple hour flight.
Okay, so you translate over the flight, and you guys manage to wrangle a phone number that you can contact if you're interested in making a large donation to the dig site.
To be clear, to preventing the destruction of the history.
It's clear that this part of the website is older than the call to action. So this donation link existed before the government was like, we're going to shut you down.
See.
Blah.
Because we're in magical fantasy land, I'm going to say... no, sorry. You do have a layover in England. And then... no, Spain. Portugal.
Oh.
Could be
España.
Munich, where it actually lays over.
You know what? It's in Portugal. Eat my entire ass, Aki.
How much time has passed for us to get here?
Several hours.
I need a number.
Hey, Aki, how long does a flight from...
I need to know if I have to charge my arm.
Hey, Jordan,
yes, Aki.
eat my entire ass.
I need to talk to HR.
Can't spin.
Okay, well, since HR is not here, just fucking do it, you slave.
Just fucking fuck you, you pussy. Do it yourself.
Exalted. Come for the impressive stories, stay because Aki routinely calls me a pussy.
So the total flight time from Victoria to Cairo is 20 hours and 10 minutes, give or take.
With a layover in Munich, which, just to make this easier on Aki, is actually where the layover is.
Yeah, one of the two. So there's 3 planes.
Yes, there are 3. There are now There are now n+1 planes, and this is the +1. Anyway, so it will be in total a 20-hour flight.
I have a lot of time then, at 5 motes per hour, to continue to translate a bunch of stuff and just say, Darius, what else do you need translated? Now is the time. And then retroactively we can say, we translated this information until Storyteller tells us to stop.
Yeah. Does that work for you, GM?
I mean, sure. You have enough time to translate the entire website. It's just, do you want anima flare or not?
No anima flare, personal motes only as they recover, and we're going to translate other things that Darius is curious about, because he's done some research.
Is there any actual photos of the dig site?
Yeah, there are lots, actually.
Are there any visible cameras on the dig site?
Like, define camera.
Recording device.
I mean, yeah, someone took the pictures.
Like, on the dig site.
You mean like security cameras?
Yes.
Oh, no, not in any of the pictures, no.
Okay. I think I should be good. I'll just continue doing some work on the computer, and I'll move up beside James. Thank you, Dojo.
No problem.
Speaking of James, through most of this flight, James is going back through old case files, particularly anything that involves any charismatic criminals, any cult leaders, anything like that. And I'm going to use this time to train seasoned criminal method.
Okay, I believe it takes 3 days for a charm to kick in if it's favored or cast.
Training time's 1 day.
Never mind, it'll take you 1 day, which 22 hours definitely qualifies as.
Yeah.
Smart.
Can Joe find anything else about the recent announcement that Kim Jong Un wants to work towards reconciling with South Korea? 'Cause
There's a ton of supposition and theory crafting, but not a lot of hard evidence. Apparently,
Okay.
he gave this speech and has been in talks with South Korea ever since.
Okay.
Like in closed door meetings.
Yeah.
So a lot of people believe this is actually a plot or a feint. Some people have pointed out that this sort of thing has been proposed in the past and it always ends poorly. And there is some talk of, if this is real, what are the logistics of that going to look like? You know, North Korea is an extremely impoverished place. Does South Korea even want to reunite? Stuff like that.
Okay. Evidence minimal, facts inconclusive, monitor situation. That's good enough.
That is correct, yeah. Well, Kim Jong-un got a letter, so he changed his mind about being a dictator. All right. What is Ben doing this whole flight?
Ben is kind of leaning in the corner of his chair, pulls out that magazine,
Okay.
suspiciously a bit thicker than it was previously, and he flips it open.
All right.
And he appears to be reading the magazine.
Cool. Mercy is sitting literally right next to you.
He's aware of this. That's why he's kind of at an angle, so she can't look at
Okay,
the magazine.
so Ben is sitting in what looks to be the most uncomfortable position you could possibly make yourself in first class, and is doing some light reading, apparently.
Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
Not suspicious at all.
And Ben very obviously wants privacy, and so Mercy's gonna give it to him. So she's reading her e-reader, as stated.
Great. All right. After a
Ben,
long...
what you reading?
Or
James, from his seat behind Ben,
closes the magazine. Sports. Opens it a peek and keeps reading.
Oh my God.
Suspicious.
Amogus.
Any chance I caught a flash of what he was reading?
Give me wits and awareness check. Or perception and awareness. What am I saying?
Perception.
And if you have any points in those, I would like to remind you that excellencies are a thing, and you have a 22-hour flight.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah.
Why are you
You
giving
can-
him these points?
and
I
you
don't know
can
what you're talking about.
stunt anything you can roll.
That is true. You could stunt anything at all that you are trying to do. And you know what? If the pattern spiders really want to know what's going on, they could also help. Not encouraging them. I don't control fate. I just work with it. But
Excuse me. There we go. I'm going to let's burn some motes of
Nice,
personal
nice.
essence.
let's do that.
Absolutely. Well, we got 7.
Wow, that's a lot of successes. Yeah, you can you see everything that Ben is trying to conceal. Hey Ben, what are you trying to conceal?
So, with that kind of success, I'll just so James may kind of recognize the styling of the book. It's like an instructional, one of those for dummies books, but it's flirting for dummies.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yep. Okay. You know what? James is just gonna ruffle his hair a bit and sit back down.
Let me read.
Just real quick, ruffling someone's hair is personally offensive. I'd rather you not say you did that in the future. Other than that, that's great.
Very anti-bald of you.
Exactly, yeah. Thank you for understanding, which I appreciate you.
Well, I can't exactly scrabble his beard, you know.
Scrabbling your beard sounds like a kinky way to have family game night. Words
Kinky
I
and
should
family
not
should
have
never be
said
in the same
on the
sentence.
internet.
That was.
Someone clip that.
No
He
one
needs to
clip
suffer
that.
for
Do
it.
not. No. Anyway, so after a very, very long flight, you guys land in Cairo. On the way there, are you calling anyone or doing any investigation about where you're going to stay or go, or are you just going to go straight to the dig site?
Joe can manage chatting with the others and say, here's some options for where to stay, blah. We secure lodging that is comfortable for everybody, that everybody's okay with.
Darius, you said you were trying to get us into the dig site?
I tried to, had no luck though. Would have required a translation service.
I think I gave him 3 options.
Sorry, say again?
Apparently they don't have any English speakers for their phone lines.
It's a local. You were looking into the organization that was heading up the construction project, or that was organizing it.
Yeah.
And they are a local, not-for-profit, low-income housing kind of company. They're not really. They don't really have an international division. And then Joe, you were looking up the dig site. The archaeologists, and they did have a contact number as well. So you guys do have contacts, you just don't have Arabic speakers.
Reconnected. Okay, I'm back.
Does anyone actually... Joe, you've got quite a few dots of linguistics, don't you?
I sure do.
Do you
3.
speak Arabic?
No, I do not as a language. However, I can understand it at will.
Okay. Can't you just understand it if it's written?
I can understand it if it's written or spoken.
Oh, great.
For 1 mote per, again, same idea.
1 mote per sentence. So if
several...
having a phone conversation with someone is going to make you glow like the sun itself, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, if I want to have a phone conversation. And the issue is I can understand them, but they can't understand me.
Right, because you're not speaking Arabic, you're speaking English. You just understand
Correct.
them as if they were speaking English.
Look, if anybody there speaks English, Spanish, Korean, or Cantonese, we're great, but I don't think so. So Joe might just have to treat this visit as some training time for learning Arabic.
Oh, okay, cool. So you guys land and get off the plane, and you are now in Cairo. Has anyone ever been here?
Nope.
I don't know.
Maybe on connecting flights, but only in the airports.
Okay. So you get out into the hot sun and are immediately bombarded by groups of cabbies all trying to get your fare. You note that the businessman gets off, walks directly up to one cab, points at it, does not look at you guys, gets in, and is immediately carted away.
One of the things I read when I was looking up traveling here...
Because he's going to the dig site.
...is to use the shuttles for the hotels instead of just the cabs.
And we have settled on a hotel, yes? That was established, right?
How about we ask the guy with the money? Looks over at Darius.
Yeah, Joe, you said you found a couple?
I did.
Yeah, we settled on one.
We settled on one during the flights. So Joe will point out the shuttle for. He'll find and point out the shuttle for the hotel that we're actually staying at.
Okay, great. So you get to the shuttle. Person opens it and waves you in.
Hop in.
Okay.
Oh.
He sits down and says something in Arabic.
I spend a moat.
Okay,
That's
he
perfect.
said, "Hello, are you staying with us at our hotel?"
I no, by this point I can do yes, no, thank you, please, thank you, and hotel. So I'll
Can you?
say yes in Arabic.
How? Actually, you know what? You totally can.
Duolingo.
Yeah, like fucking Duolingo, and you're literally a Twilight. I don't know what I'm, or not a
Yeah,
Twilight.
I was about to say. I'm like,
yeah, a Twilight. Anyway, yeah, you pick up enough of the local language. You didn't actually need to, like, you only pick up what he's saying in a broken fashion, but you get the gist of it without spending a moat.
I say Nayam after googling yes in Arabic, literally.
Great. And then he rattles a whole bunch of stuff off in Arabic that you don't quite follow. And then he sees your confused expression, and he goes, "English?
Yes,
Okay. I'm taking you to the hotel now."
thank you.
And then he turns around, and you see him kind of shake his head a little bit, and he starts driving. It is crazy. He drives like a fucking maniac, and so does everyone else on the road.
That checks out.
Yes, I did some homework on the country you guys are visiting.
Who's sitting
you can
beside
actually-
Ben in this vehicle?
Mercy.
Okay.
He's holding on to Mercy like really hard. He doesn't want to hold onto the
Aw.
vehicle because he's afraid that he's gonna break the vehicle.
That's so sweet. You guys are cuddling.
Someone said he'll break Mercy.
Unlikely. Have you seen Mercy?
Fine, I got charms for that.
Mercy is a lot more durable than the car.
That is actually true.
It's true.
Uh,
Joe is
Hey,
clutching
just to clarify, if it was Darius beside him or James, he would have done the exact same thing to them.
Joe is like white knuckled, clinging to the armrest of
Okay.
the chair, and
James
he looks queasy. He looks like he didn't sign up for this,
mhm.
and yet he did.
James is doing his best not to go wee.
All right.
It's driven with James before. She's used to this.
Mercy's reading a book.
Just like it's going everywhere. Like she's just kind of holding it, and it's just like going everywhere. But she's like somehow managing to keep up with it.
Okay. Before too
This is
long.
fun, but also scary.
Before too long, you do arrive at the hotel. As you get out, he turns to you, Joaquin, and says, "It is customary to tip."
I tip well.
Okay. He takes the money and says, "Thank you," and then drives
Joe's
off.
hand shakes as he hands over the.
He
went
pretends.
and made sure he had cash. The what is the local currency?
Oh,
see, don't know. Pardon?
It's not Lyra. It's
Egyptian pound.
Yeah, it's Egyptian pound, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Joe has already exchanged for some of those, and he hands some over with
Okay.
a hand that's shaking.
Okay. The driver obviously pretends not to notice your hand is shaking.
Yeah.
And takes the money from you and drives erratically back to the airport.
Wow.
Joe just kind of like carefully checks to make sure nothing is falling out of or off of his bags of technology.
Okay.
Shakes his head, steadies his hands. Well, here we are.
Damn. You're gonna get us a good room, right?
The hotel is of pretty middling quality. It looks fine.
Joe
Should
has already booked it, presumably.
Yeah.
We
I-
should probably share rooms since we're here.
I spoke with Darius and blah, whatever we decided.
Yeah, sharing rooms works.
Okay.
Are all of us in the same room, or are we splitting off, or what are we doing?
Joe requested to be the odd man out.
That works.
All right,
Ben,
so
Okay.
you're paired
Like-
up.
I guess 2, 2, and 1.
All right.
I guess it's you and me, Joe boy.
Joe
Joe requested to be the odd
Joe
one
requested
out.
to be the odd one out.
Oh.
It's me and you, Jay.
LAN party?
What if I wanted to share a room with James?
I'll give Ben a knowing smirk and head up to my room.
All right, sounds good.
Ben just glares at him as he leaves. Fucker heard everything. Goes to the room with Mercy.
Okay. You get in there, and it's a fairly standard modern hotel room. It's on the nicer side, but it's still obviously like it's an affordable place. It's kind of nondescript.
Is there one bed or two?
There are 2 single beds, which are only separated by a nightstand.
All right.
And they were roommates.
And they were roommates.
They are.
Witch said desperately.
So, how far out of town is this dig site?
Just outside it. The reason it's being picked as a site for some housing is because it's basically expanding an already existing suburb.
Okay.
And they broke into the tomb after they did some digging underneath the dirt that had built up over the years.
As you know, like as everybody's on their way to their rooms, Joe says, "Meet up in half an hour in my room to discuss. We will need to plan."
Agreed.
So what are you guys doing with 30 minutes?
Charging my arm.
Cool.
Mercy's gonna change to like way more conservative clothing and and veils her hair.
Great.
In the bathroom, right?
Long silence. We'll accept that long silence as an answer.
If you start
James,
taking
what
off
are you
her
doing?
clothes, Ben's gonna turn around.
James, what are you up to?
I'm going to actually contact a translation service.
Okay, there's lots.
Look at hiring someone for the day.
Okay. After some digging, can I actually get a intelligence and investigation check?
Yeah, you bet.
Because you're searching through the internet for something reliable.
Okay.
All right. You find one that is fairly cheap considering the number of positive reviews they have. You get the feeling there's something else going on here that may be the reason they're so cheap. But, I mean, they're cheap and they have great reviews.
Just having like a very basic look at those reviews, did they look like they've been posted by bots?
No, they're all genuine. They describe like personal stories.
Oh, excellent. Okay, well, we'll have to give that a shot.
Okay. So they have an email and a phone number that you can contact.
I'll give them a call.
Okay. So a female voice picks up and says in Arabic and then English, "Hello."
Hello. I'm looking to hire someone for the day.
Okay. Do you need some bricks moved or?
I'm looking for an English to Egyptian translator.
Oh, good. Yes, excellent. And where will you be needing the service?
I will be meeting at Law Hotel.
Very good, very good.
Making a trip out to Law Destination.
Oh,
And,
yes, I've heard of that place.
And coming back. Should just be for the day, maybe longer, I don't know, but of course.
And have you had a chance to review my rates? They're quite steep.
I did I not?
You're confident you did. You saw what was posted on the website.
As long as they are accurate on the website, yes, I did.
Oh, excellent. That's wonderful. When would you like me to arrive?
How early can you manage? How soon?
I can be over as soon as I can. I'll be on my way.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
And she says, "Thank you very much."
Okay, yeah, that's me.
Okay. I'm guessing you hang up first.
Yes.
Say goodbye.
Did you say
Bye.
goodbye?
Say goodbye.
Of course. Of course.
Okay. She leaves. Aki has PTSD flashback. All right. So you guys gather together after half an hour in Joaquin's room. About 10 minutes after you guys get in there, you're going to get a phone call from the front desk. But I'll let you guys take things.
All right. What time is it? Local time?
It is 2 p.m.
All right. Joe says, "Are we going today?"
I don't know time zones, man.
I hope so, because I just hired a translator.
Excellent. Here. He's gonna hand over the usual. It's even looking a little more intricate than usual, but it's still just a Bluetooth headpiece with some a tiny little video camera, and he hands it out to everybody. You can connect via Bluetooth or via the internet. Your choice. Just make sure you turn it off anytime you would like some privacy.
Of course.
Here is how you turn it off, and he's just going to make sure everybody knows where the buttons are. It seems to be a custom piece of tech, in that it's a bunch of commercially available things hooked together.
Okay. After a little bit of your explanation, the phone in your room goes off.
It's in Joe's room.
Yes.
So Joe's going to answer it.
Okay. You hear someone say, "Hello, this is the front desk. You have a visitor."
Joe looks up at James. That would be your translator, probably?
Yeah, I'll go down and meet them and give them the situation.
Okay.
So
So
what cover why are we here?
Well, I'm personally investigating an interesting news story. This this too.
I am an archaeologist. I'm looking into. I'm an aspiring archaeologist, amateur on a break, looking into the historical meaning of this place.
I can't wait for the end of this session. Okay. Anyone else?
Does anybody else want to go before Joe kind of like looks around and suggests things?
Because this is where the conspiracy theories
I
start.
guess I can be security
Right
as
here.
usual.
No. Why don't you be my young cousin who is interested?
Mercy's gonna look at Darius and shrug.
Am I even younger than you?
You are noticeably younger.
Joe looks to be in his 40s.
Yeah, you. Alright, fine. I'll be your cousin.
Aw, you're cousins.
Don't wish us to look like we're bringing along security. Something gives me the feeling that foreigners coming ready for a fight just looks bad.
Alright, I'll be your assistant who is also your cousin.
Thank you. He kind of looks him up and down. I hope you won't mind if I have you carry some things. There's a
Isn't
little bit
that
of
why I'm here?
The corner of Joe's mouth quirks up. like Ben has clearly gotten like a little bit of a laugh out of him, at least as much as you get from Joe.
Yes.
Mercy looks over at Darius and just,
Yes, I can just do foreign business, that sort of thing.
Fair.
He's the money man.
Easiest option currently.
That's fair. Well, Mercy just kind of shrugs, looks at the wedding ring. I can be somebody's wife, I suppose.
Looks at the other four. 1, 2, 3, nod it.
Fuck you, James.
Joe looks around. Silence. How long does the silence go?
Long enough for Ben to be the last one to say not it.
Joe kind of like holds
What
up
was
his hand
Darius about
and
to
says,
say?
and says, Darius, in your a pack of disguise materials, you don't happen to have a ring?
Yes, I would.
Please. He holds out a hand for it.
I'll grab it from my room, but yes, I can do that.
Thank you.
Okay.
He glances at Mercy. I'm a family man. I wish to bring you along on a trip while I am on my hobby.
As Darius walks away, Ben kind of gives him a glare. A knowing glare.
Okay.
I go up and grab a ring out of the suitcase.
Okay. You return with a plain gold band. At that moment, James, you are meeting your translator, who is sitting downstairs in a chair. She stands out like a sore thumb because she's not wearing a headscarf, and she looks like she wouldn't be out of place in an English majority country. She's dressed, not revealingly or anything like that, but she's obviously not trying to hide anything, which is very weird for this area. She stands up when you come down and starts to bow, and then seems to think better of it and walks out and goes to shake your hand.
I'll give her a warm handshake.
She says, "Hello, you were the man from the phone, yes?"
Yes, James.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Nadia.
Nadia. Well, so...
Before we begin, I realized on the way here, you may not know, but I don't speak ancient Egyptian.
That's fine. We're mostly just looking for someone to make our passage there easier.
You can see relief come off of her, and she says, "Oh, that is good. I was worried that I would be wasting your time."
Not at all. Thank you for clarifying.
They hired a translator.
I'll blah her all of the non-superpower oriented details for this situation. And,
okay. What do you tell her about everyone's covers? Because you were not in the room for that conversation.
Sure weren't.
Well, I'll just tell her mine then, which is...
Okay, fair enough. You're interested in the story of the tomb and the government demolishing it. She says, "It is very strange, is it not? They normally protect heritage sites.
Mm-hmm.
But they're building housing. It's hard to argue."
Very true. Well, perhaps I'll see something out of the ordinary when we arrive. Maybe...
Have you called the dig site? They're usually quite reluctant to let people go through without being notified. Hello, Blair.
Would you mind helping me find the right number and the right person to talk to?
Oh, certainly. I will do that right away. I'll wait down here. There's. She pulls her phone out. I'll when you're ready to leave, just let me know, please. Do you have a
Thank
car?
No, we don't. We'll have to hire a service.
Oh, I have a vehicle. We could take that.
There's myself and 4 others. Is that going to be a problem?
She goes, "Oh, never mind then. My vehicle only seats 3."
Perhaps we could rent a vehicle and.
She says, "I'll see if I can arrange that as well."
You're being very helpful. Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're paying quite well.
Okay.
She looks genuinely excited to be doing this.
Awesome.
Just to be clear, Pattern Spiders, that's not 8 full pass
Okay,
joins.
I'll head
He's actually already
back
at the
up
dig
to the
site.
room.
Okay, great. So you get up to the room, and everyone is awkwardly looking at Ben.
Why is everyone awkwardly looking at me?
Because I accidentally handed you the ring and not Joe.
Oh, that's
Accidentally?
I'm joking. I gave it to Joe.
Aw, you're no fun.
Okay. So
Nadia
we've got
is
we've got a helper set
is
up.
an NPC I'm gonna keep.
They're getting us a lift, and we'll be doing some of the talking for us.
Good. Joe's like visibly relieved. I have the basics, but my Arabic is not yet good.
She's also a mage.
All right. So
Well, she
to the
will
dig
be.
site, what obstacles do we expect to encounter? I don't imagine it will be readily available. After all, I couldn't find much in the way of photographs of the. Now this was a new discovery, right? Storyteller.
Yes, it's the last. It's been a dig site for the last month, and they only recently opened the tomb.
Got it. And they haven't allowed any photography since that one very, like, not high quality photo that it was Samuel who found.
Yeah, no. So it wasn't a high quality photo. It was 2 frames of
Yeah.
a moving camcorder. Like,
Exactly.
It wasn't at all high quality, and no, there have been no pictures since then.
Got it. Okay, so that's exactly what I expected. There are no quality photos, and perfect. It does not seem as though they want anyone
second.
to go and see this, much less with a camera. And he kind of like looks over at James, who, am I correct that James has almost always got a camera or at least a phone with a camera?
He's usually got a camcorder.
I haven't decided
him
on
as well
her
as his
her
phone.
preferred team, but she is a fully like independent
That
character.
will be one thing to consider.
She's also very
As
fucking
for
poor.
getting there, do we have a vehicle? Blah blah blah. Practicals.
So she's trained for
What are we
translation,
discussing for
but she's
practicals?
been
We're
working
gonna rent
as
a
a
car.
laborer.
We're gonna phone them, and James will probably blah that our translator is finding us who to talk to.
Yep.
What's the plan? How are we getting access where they're not giving access to media or anyone else?
Well, I was hoping somebody around here could be a little extra persuasive.
Joe immediately looks at Mercy.
Hey,
No, this is a very conservative patriarchal culture. There's going to be lots of people that don't want to talk to me simply because I'm a female presenting person.
Yes.
Hence the married cover.
I'm a pretty good talker, but
I mean, a businessman looking to invest might be
That might be the
something
best.
that would, yeah.
He would want to see the location before he invests in it, no doubt.
Or-
Darius, how convincingly can you appear to be a foreign investor?
Rather convincingly, I imagine.
Excellent.
Yeah, he's like James Bond. Could do anything.
Let's head down. I would like to meet this translator.
Perhaps if Darius, if you mention that you're willing to invest either way to saving the dig site or um, for the low-income housing, that might get you a bit further.
Yes.
Uh,
I'm gonna look at
of course you
Joe.
can pass the back door.
You're coming with us, right?
Yes, of course. I had a broken rib. This time I intend to be there.
Would you say that we are old friends and I'm paying your way through archaeology school and you're here to learn?
Oh, please. I was a teacher before, you understand. This is a hobby, but the archaeology
didn't
school
know.
sounds great.
I was unaware.
Okay. So you guys all go downstairs. Nadia is furiously talking in Arabic on her phone.
Okay.
As soon as she sees you, though, her eyes like light up, and then she says something angrily in Arabic into the phone, and then walks up to you, covers the phone with her hand, and says, "Could you talk to him? He speaks English, and he demands to speak with a man."
Who am I speaking with?
This is the coordinator of the dig site. He's very interested in media attention on his tomb, but he believes that I'm trying to scam him out of money.
Okay.
Do you want me to?
She looks over and says, "Oh, my apologies. I assumed."
It's totally okay.
Yeah, Darius, if you've got this, go for it.
Yeah, I'll take the phone.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
You hear a man say some things in Arabic and then switch over to English and say, "You are the man who wants to investigate my tomb?
Yes,
You're with the media, yes?"
we are an investment group. We are looking for attention to spread media awareness as well as look at investing.
You'll take many
into-
photos of the tomb. You'll come see it. You will publicize what is being done here.
Yes.
When can you be here?
How long will it take? I look at the translator and ask her how long it will take us to get there.
Okay. She says a few hours.
It'll take us a few hours to get there, but
Good. We'll be ready. And he hangs up.
Well, that was easy.
I'll look at James and say, grab your camera equipment.
Also, Ben waves at the translator. Hello.
She kind of nods her head and says, "Good afternoon."
All right, I'll get myself packed up, and once we grab our vehicle, let's go.
She says, "Oh, before you go, I hate to ask, but I can't afford to pay for this vehicle."
Oh, not a problem. I will hand one of the others my MasterCard, and
Joe actually holds up a hand and says, "I believe I've got this. If you could come with me to assist me with
Leave them alone.
any
Blackthorn.
haggling.
They don't
I believe
know.
it's
They don't know.
customary here, less so in many of the places I am used to." Talking to the translator.
Okay. She says, "Oh no, we've arranged a price. I just only realized after."
Oh, I see. Of course.
I know, but they don't know
Joe
she's
kind of
important.
like
yet.
holds up his own card and waves James off.
thanks.
Don't mention it. I'm gonna go handle the car.
Okay. So there is a vehicle up front. It doesn't look amazing, but it looks fine. And there's a driver outside who it keeps looking at his watch. He's clearly waiting. And as you notice that he's doing that, Nadia says, "This is a common tactic to try and speed you up, but he's employed either way. You can make him wait an hour if you want. If he's really stressed for time, he'll just leave."
Joe nods and waits for the others.
She says, "What is your interest in the tomb?"
I am a novice, and I'm a novice archaeologist, and I have a great deal of interest in going to archaeology, in going to school for archaeology. I would love to begin with looking into this very interesting place.
Well, there are actually many tombs that you could investigate, most of which are publicly accessible. Although you're lucky to get into this one, it's unheard
My
of
friend,
for one to
he,
be as open as this.
My friends, one of them is in the media and the other is in investment. They suggested this trip. I am here mostly on their dollar, though I wish to do something nice for them by covering the vehicle.
She nods, understanding the I see. You couldn't. This is how you
No,
get to investigate a tomb. I
I
understand.
could not casually fly myself and my wife to Egypt on a whim.
She nods.
That is the province of my friend.
You're married to
Yes.
the woman?
Yes. For some time, she does not normally wear this garb, but she believed it.
No,
would
she
be
she normally wears
advisable.
something more revealing. Yes.
Yes. We are.
She nods.
I noticed that you are not conforming to
No.
local culture.
I was educated in America.
That makes the two of us, Spain and America.
I agreed with many of the things that I learned there, and so I make do.
It must be difficult.
She does not say a thing.
Joe says, in the meantime, perhaps while we wait for the others, you could help me practice
Yeah,
my
no
Arabic.
shit, Blackthorn.
And he
No
tries
shit.
to switch into very rudimentary Arabic with lots of Googling over
Okay.
somebody else.
Let's pop over to... I don't know. Anyone got anything interesting to say, or are you all just getting ready? No, he has
I'm
not.
Ben. I'm his cousin.
She nods at you and says, yes, pleasure to meet you, Ben. And then continues to correct Joe's inflection.
He goes and gets in the car.
Okay.
Yep.
As soon as you get in the car, the man waiting out front asks some things in Arabic very quickly at you.
Nadia, did
Joe. Joe,
Nadia
I
comes
need
over
your help.
and speaks to him in Arabic and says he was asking if you were the only one. He wanted to leave.
Oh, no, there's more of us.
She nods. I explained it.
Uh,
I'm not Google. I can answer.
thank you. I
She
appreciate
smiles and says, sorry.
No, it's okay.
And everyone gathers and gets in the car. It's hot. The air conditioning is going full blast and not doing much.
Joe looks decently comfortable.
Yeah, Joe's probably fine. He's Spanish, right?
Yes, and
All the
he spends a lot of
Canadians are
time-
dead.
Yes.
Brutal.
There's a puddle of exaltation on the floor.
That's
Ew.
a description.
I didn't want to say solar puddle because that makes me think of colors, which is unfortunate.
Ugh.
All right. So you guys drive for a few hours. This guy also drives like a maniac, like everyone else on the road in Egypt. And
All right,
you-
who's sitting beside Ben this time?
when you arrive at the tomb, you're very surprised to see you're not in the desert. You're actually in the middle of like construction and city. And the driver gets out and then holds out a modern card reader and like gestures wildly at Nadia, who looks over to
Joe. Joe pays. He actually checks the amount on the reader before paying, but it takes him like a second to read it.
It was legitimate. This guy's not trying to rip you off. He's
Okay,
just
good.
fucking
Happens.
trying to go.
Taps card.
Okay, great. He immediately gets in the car and drives off.
I hope nobody left any of their belongings in there.
It was Nadia, wasn't it?
She nods. Yes, and you are the Zenith. And then, seeing you not respond, she goes, "Oh, but I can call you something else if you would prefer.
Just while we're here. Sure.
She says, okay, Trisha.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry. And she looks over at James kind of for a moment and then looks back.
Just smile at her.
Okay. So, James, by now you've gotten the impression that she's like really counting on this job.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's obviously very worried about it.
Oh.
Anyway, as soon as you arrive here, 2 people approach you.
Okay.
One of them is wearing like working clothes with a mask on, and the other one is wearing a suit with a mask on. The one with the working clothes has a professional mask, one that to anyone who's got any like academic background is more meant to preserve whatever they're working with than themselves, and the other one is wearing a cloth mask that is because, you know, pandemic.
Okay.
All right. Joe will adjust his own
I don't
mask and kind of step
think
a
about
little
the
bit behind
ghost.
Darius and James. For now.
Okay.
Mercy sticks with Joe.
So one of them approaches, the one in the business suit approaches and starts speaking Arabic very rapidly, and the other one looks directly at James with the camera and says, "You are the man with the media, yes?
Yes, I am.
Please come into my dig site." And he grabs you by the hand and pulls you.
I'm going to
Not that I know
not
of.
move.
You're not going to move?
Yeah, I'm going to hold up a hand and go,
Okay, the guy in the business suit catches on and says in English, "Please do not go in there."
why is that?
Because if you go in there, this project will not be built, and many people will be without a home. The dig site person says, "This is our heritage, and if we do not preserve it, then it doesn't matter if these people do not have a home, because they do not have a home country." This looks like a moral question, but it's really
We are
not.
here to take a look at the dig site and investigate the heritage that it has left behind. Whether there is a housing complex that is built here that ultimately will not be judged by us.
They both look unconvinced. It's clear they're both reading into this what they want to read into it, but at the same time, they're also not willing to kind of budge an inch. Judging by when you arrived, they were arguing very, very vociferously, and they're still in that headspace.
Okay.
Nadia is just standing behind James waiting.
We have full intentions of coming into the dig site, as it stands currently.
The dig site coordinator lets go of James's hand and says, "Excellent, please, right this way." And the other man says, "Please, wait. Leave your camera outside."
I'm sorry. This is my job. I have to do my job.
He says, "Of course you do. The plight of those who are less fortunate than you is of no consequence." And he spits on the ground at your feet and walks away.
Have a nice day.
He does not respond.
That was rude.
The dig site coordinator, smiling, says, "It was. Now, if you will come with me."
Wow, this man. Yeah, I will follow after them.
Okay, before you actually get to the tomb, which is just a recessed stairwell, but it's very strange to see the separation between the modern like construction and buildings around and what looks to be the start of a construction site, and then this ancient set of stairs going down into the past itself. Before you get to those stairs, he says, "Please put these on," and hands you some masks. and some eyeglasses.
Joe, like, you're pretty sure he's not faking it. He looks excited. He looks like he's still behind everybody, but he is like raring to go. He's so curious. His body language is more alive than you've seen it, in just like like he's ready for this.
Alrighty.
That or he's a really good actor.
Both can be true.
Ben puts on the mask and the glasses.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
looks
I
over at Darius. Do I look good?
Ben looks like you stuck a gorilla in an archaeologist getup, so no.
Yes, of course.
Joe leans over and says, "You look ready."
He also hands out hair nets and beard nets for anyone who's got a beard.
Counts for Joe.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't forget he's like the most attractive of all of you. So
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. You somehow make a mask and safety goggles and a hairnet look incredibly good. My bad. You're correct.
Imbo in action.
Yeah, and it's hot out, so you got a little bit of sweat, but like not enough that it's gross. Like you just look like you just came from the gym or something.
You glisten.
Yeah, you literally
Doesn't
glisten.
Ben always look like Ben just came from the gym?
Yes.
Yeah.
But Ben also looks like it's not that Ben came from the gym where he was like picking up weights and dropping them on the ground, but like just came from the gym like a couple hours ago and had time to freshen up.
Yeah.
That's
definitely.
what Ben normally looks like. Anyway, so you guys descend into the tomb. On the way in, the dig site coordinator points to someone and says, "You bring a light," in Arabic, which Nadia translates. As you're going in, he introduces himself. He says, "My name is Hossam. I'm the dig site coordinator. And please take many pictures."
Joe will do a round of introductions on behalf of people looking eager.
He looks like he's like not. He's doing that thing where he pretends to be listening, but clearly the only thing he's interested in is that you take many pictures.
And I do.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye out for anything that looks like it could be involved with the.
Let me know when I see script.
You do. It's all over the walls. It's everywhere.
Okay.
It's
Is any of it associated with imagery? I'll
yes.
start there.
You guys almost instantly find the image of the woman with light pouring from her body. In fact, it's the centerpiece of a good section of the wall. She was apparently a leader or a king. You're reading with your translation.
I am.
Charm,
yes. A strange tongue understanding.
Okay. So she was a leader that was extremely well loved at the time, who was unfortunately brought low by a creature of Apep, a evil thing that destroyed her. But in her time, she brought many things to the land, including some form of agriculture. It's hard to understand the details because of the intervening years. But she was apparently well loved, and her body was never recovered, which is why this tomb lies empty, but in her honor.
Okay. I'm gonna blah all of that. I assume this is an ancient Egyptian.
Yeah, it's in hieroglyphics.
Yeah, that would make sense.
She was not. She was
Joe,
killed
just,
by the
like,
darkness.
it's all personal notes. Tell me if I'm like, tell me how many are spent. I'll mark it down. But
maybe a couple. It's hieroglyphics. It's not exactly a dense.
got it.
And
this story comes out.
at the same time, James, you've just entered a crime scene. A pep.
Lol, what?
Yeah. So your charm that lets you know that you're
Yep.
in a crime scene goes off.
Nice. Watchman's infallible eye.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one.
Give me a second here.
Apep or Apophis?
Okay, guys.
The dog.
My
Bark, bark,
spidey
eat your
sense
heart.
is tingling.
Nom 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 nom.
Let me have a.
Nadia says, spider sense? She looks around.
It's a cultural reference.
Oh,
Sorry.
It works. Stand in for the darkness. No, she says, I understand. Peter Parker, Spider-Man. I was educated in America.
Oh, my apologies. Sorry.
Also, we have TV here. And then she like looks horrified and she says, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
My fault. I was being very white. Anyways,
Joe snorts.
She looks like concerned and just kind of backs off.
Joe leans over. Nadia, you do not have to worry. He has a sense of humor.
She nods and says, "I understand." Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna start pardon me. what is it?
Investigating the crime scene.
Yeah. Let's see what we got.
Okay.
Apologies while I do the character sheet thing.
How's it going, buddy?
One sec, I'm just calculating how many bonuses I'm using in modes. So 5.
And just looking around, enjoying the view.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw in 10 magistrate eyes as well.
Okay, could you short form this for me?
Absolutely. Basically, regardless of even if I have no successes on the roll, I get at least one clue for my investigation.
Okay.
Each additional success gives me a little more idea, a little more connection of what's relevant. I can immediately tell if there's been an attempt to conceal evidence
Okay.
of a crime. Yeah, basically the more
Yep.
extra
Go ahead.
success-
In the time you explained that, I read it.
Yeah.
Thanks for short forming it for me, buddy.
Okay.
Just 6? Damn.
Yep.
Thank you, Aki. Could you not have just said Sherlock Holmes?
My bad.
That's all good, buddy. So, 2 things. There are 2 separate crimes here. One of them is a fight occurred here very recently, like within the last day. It was between 2 people who were very, very strong, and one of them was attacked from behind. You notice that there are scratch marks right near the lady with sunlight coming out of her, and you manage to figure out that what happened is someone was trying to scrape away that image and they were attacked.
Whoa.
Mhm.
Okay.
The other thing is that there used to be a body in here a very, 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 very long time ago. And it went missing.
I'm gonna pull Darius and Joaquin aside,
Okay.
and I'm going to blah that.
Okay, so are you making sure you're not being overheard?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd like to.
Nadia notices that you're trying to get space and backs off. She goes over to Mercy while you guys are talking. Is this? She points at the image and says, "Is this what I think it is?"
I don't know.
This doesn't trigger any like weird memory or feeling in you.
No.
It looks familiar, but
Like, it looks familiar, but past that.
it's not
like,
Mercy.
Unfortunately.
She nods and says, "What? I'm sorry, I shouldn't pry. This is no coincidence, yes?"
I don't think it is, no.
She nods. Neither.
I'm gonna look at James again, making sure that we're not.
They're
being
not
listened in
looking at
on.
an exaltation.
Are you
they
wanting
just
me
think
to
they
bring
are.
this up with the excavator?
Yeah. I'm not sure how to approach this tactfully.
So
Yeah.
the guy who's been holding the light this whole time walks over to you and says, "Is everything okay?"
Yes, I just had a few questions
In
for you.
perfect English.
You said that the media wasn't giving this much attention.
Sorry, this is the guy holding the light.
Oh, okay. This isn't the foreman?
No, he's just
Jo-
looking at you,
Jo-
taking pictures and smiling.
Okay.
Joe's gonna actually turn to this person, kind of like to screen for the other two. And he's gonna say, "We are just very excited. This is. It fits so interestingly into the mythology, as best I understand it."
He nods. And then he says, "Did you say fighting?"
Do you know anything about any fight that happened here?
Yes. And he holds his arm up. He's got a very significant bruise on his bicep.
What happened?
A man was here, trying to deface the tomb. The dig site coordinator comes over and says, "Yes, vandalism. They're trying to ruin the tomb so that they can say it has no historical value and destroy it." But you see, this image, and he points to the girl, this is a pharaoh, a female pharaoh that we have no record of. How is this?
Sorry.
Joe's face is gonna like light up, and everybody's gonna get
the-
that feeling like
The
is
guy
he
carrying the
acting?
light
Again,
is eightfold paths joined.
and he's going to say, "This is an incredibly important find. If so, there are rumors
Yeah,
already
he protected the
that
tomb,
female
actually.
pharaohs that female pharaohs have been covered up and continue to be. This would be evidence." And he's just gonna spin.
The
kind of
dig
like-
site coordinator immediately lights up and he says, "Exactly! You understand how important this tomb is."
Joe and Joe kind of like subtle. I'm gonna actually use subtle speech method, 3 peripheral modes, and the message to James is, "I'll keep him busy. Get going with whatever it is you're investigating." And Joe is just going to launch into a conversation about archaeology.
Okay, great.
If I need to bullshit, tell me to roll lore, but I think you know what I mean.
You've got, what's your lore again?
5,
You're fine.
intelligence 5.
Yeah,
I
you're
forgot.
fine. You could literally bullshit your way into expert. So anyway, you take him aside and impress him with your knowledge of Egyptian mythology that you probably looked up on the flight over here. Anyway,
Joe actually knew a little. Continue though.
Joe knew a little before he exalted. You looking it up on the flight over here is literally better than a university level education.
Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. I don't
It's
remember.
also very true.
Yeah, that's how exalts do.
Exactly. You're like, you Google a thing, you look at Wikipedia, and you're like, oh, they missed all these connections that are very obvious. I don't understand how
there you
anyone
go.
couldn't see that. Anyway, what are you guys doing while Joe is distracting?
Darius?
I'm gonna continue talking to the man holding the light, and I'm gonna ask him, have you Did you send him to the police? Where is he now?
He grins broadly and says he ran away. I wounded him, and he points to a corner of the room in which there is a small little bit of discoloration that you only see when he points the light at it.
It's blood, I assume?
It's not. Whatever it is a thick, viscous black liquid. We're going to wrap it up there.
Oh
shit.
Something I-cord on this wall instead of bleeding on this wall.
Anyway, nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, don't worry about it.
So,
Nothing to worry about here.
we are going to pick things up again here. Rip blue booking, as the pattern spiders have put it.
Yep.
Anyway, it's the end of the night. We're going to do the same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to vote for our favorite exalt. So, the players get to pick who they thought their favorite player of the night was, as well as the pattern spiders get to pick their best friend of the night. The pattern spiders always pick the correct person, just so you guys know. If the player vote doesn't line up with the pattern spiders vote, then unfortunately you made the wrong choice.
Yeah.
So, we are going to go, we did left to right last week, we're going to do right to left this week. Darius, who would you like to vote for?
I'm gonna vote for James this session for, like, that, the ability to just know that you're walking into a crime scene. That's pretty useful and a very unique thing to be popping off in an Egyptian tomb.
It is, yes. Good work on setting up that scene, James.
Okay.
We can't vote for storyteller.
That is true. That is true.
Because then Strahd shows up again.
He
Oh,
won't.
no.
I promise you he will not. I do not miss that guy. We'll go like this. Okay. Okay. So, James, who would you like to vote for?
Ben for looking up Flirting 101.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
Flirting for
It
dummies.
was flirting for dummies. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it was very informative.
101 would be almost university level. Much too advanced.
Anyway.
I look forward to tutoring you in flirting.
The best thing,
God.
in my opinion, is that Ben already has a sex charm. Mercy, who would you like to vote for?
I'm fucking torn. I kind of really want to give it to Ben, just because of like Ben's little like Benisms. I want to
Yeah.
title them, with the holding on to the nearest person while the car is just going at like absolute mock stupid speeds.
Mhm.
The being very casual, looking at flirting book and sports. But I gotta give it to James this week. I really liked the back and forth he had with Nadia, and just props to that.
Fair enough. Ben.
I agree with it was torn between Joaquin and James, but I think James is gonna inch it out this time.
Okay.
Partially because of the awesome crime scene signal, spidey senses,
Mhm.
as well as him purposely investigating what Ben's reading.
That was pretty funny.
That was hilarious. It's another person Ben has to have words with.
All right.
Third possible win was Darius for that knowing grin.
That was
Shit.
fucking devastating. Loved that. All right, Joaquin.
James, it's gonna be James for me today, fam.
Fair enough.
It's specifically for what happened after getting that, oh, this is a crime scene, which was to kind of like make an effort to like really go, okay, I'm an exalt. I'm going to figure out what happened recently and possibly thousands of years ago.
Potentially.
Potentially.
And it's just like, yeah, I'm just going to casually investigate something that happened thousands of years ago and possibly succeed.
And he did, actually.
Yeah, there you go. And then did, because exalts.
Yep.
I love it. James.
All right, fair enough. James, you get a extra solar XP thanks to your solar friends.
Thanks, guys.
The patterned spiders, though, have decided that their best friend is Darius, which means that you guys voted incorrectly. So Darius, you get a free actual XP instead of just a sunlight one. I guess sunlight or solar XP is like diet XP. You know, because it's very light.
Diet XP because it can. It's worth the same, except that it doesn't work for that sweet charm stuff.
Yeah, so it's like diet because it's very light.
Yeah.
Because it's solar. Okay, anyway. That's what I was looking for. So everyone can have, I think, 2 regular XP and 3 solar. And then, of course, James, you will get 4 solar, and Darius, you will get 3 regular XP and 3 solar. Guys, that was really fun. So let's do our usual wild mass guessing. We're gonna go left to right, starting with my good friend Sam.
Wild mass guessing. Okay. So there was a solar in the history of the world.
Mm-hmm.
She became a pharaoh in a very patriarchal society.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I mean, pharaohs were historically blessed by their sun god. It fits.
Okay, yeah, that is true. There was even an Egyptian pharaoh who went to a monotheistic faith based around worship of the sun. So, sure, yeah, I absolutely 100% confirm everything you just said.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was, but confirmed.
As one does. Continue.
Okay, Ben.
All right, definitely. Don't have a fucking clue.
Okay.
The ichor thing instead of blood is a little concerning. But if Ben finally gets to fight something that won't just snap in his fingers, he'll be happy.
Okay.
So hopefully Ben eventually gets to fight whoever was trying to deface that pretty lady drawing, and he's
Okay.
going to be happy doing it.
Fair enough.
Hopefully.
I 100% confirm everything you just said. Skipping Mercy for the moment. So, Scald, my friend.
One of these 2 people in the room with us is some sort of shape changer. The government is trying to conceal the female pharaoh angle. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Fascinating guesses. I 100% confirm everything. And Mr. Crown, Sue Crown.
To go with absolutely wild, Nadia is a demon that put the idea into James' head to hire her, and now she's actually going to get to kill us all.
Okay, cool. Yep, that is correct. I need you to roll join battle when we start.
Okay.
God damn it.
And Mercy, are you back?
Yeah.
So,
we're gonna hit a button. The floor is gonna drop out, and then we're gonna be in a cave with Gru.
In a cave, it will be very dark.
Yes.
You will be eaten by a group.
We are likely
Yeah.
to be eaten by, yeah.
Very nice.
And then
nice.
somewhere in there will be a nuke.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna need you to roll join battle.
Okay.
Yeah,
as soon as you
mummy
hit the
nuke.
ground, you find a nuke that has been mummified. Somehow, it is still working.
Yeah.
It is made mostly of stone and covered in hieroglyphics.
That's
Magic
right.
nuke.
All right. Well, guys, thank you for joining me for tonight. How was session?
That was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Get ready for insults next week.
Yeah.
Nice.
I once again did a cliffhanger, which means no blue booking, which means you have time to craft insults.
Yep.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, I know you may not believe this, but I do not plan to stop blue booking. It fits the flow of the story. So
It just happens.
it's just a thing that happens. All right. Well, in that case, I will be back tomorrow, chat. Pattern Spiders, sorry. I'll be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We are going to jerry it up. It will be very sugiferous. It'll be a good time. And we will be... I'm trying to finish that game before it dies on the channel, which is exactly what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3... hang on a second. At any rate... okay, is that all for Blen Bear? I can words good. Oh, wait. So Ben, Mercy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shut up, I'm thinking.
What do we
Ben,
need?
Mercy.
Don't think too hard.
Uh,
I can hear this.
and Joaquin. The Pattern Spiders have gifted you an XP.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yay!
Is
Many
it for my
thanks.
comment that I was like, haha, no, I'm not Mercy, I'm a porn star?
That was pretty funny, but no, I don't think so.
Oh.
At any rate, like I said, I'll be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Oh, and now James and Darius,
And that's a regular XP, yeah?
you also get a regular XP.
bless you, Pattern Spiders. Thank you.
You guys must say nice things to the Pattern Spiders forevermore.
How about this? Bub, can you say goodnight, chat?
Oh,
That was really cute.
Aw.
All right, like I said, I'll be back at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow, and until then,
Can you say
Remember,
Bibble?
nothing happened in the hot tub.
oh my god,
That's the best.
I need to get a clip of that. Okay,
Good luck.
all right. Do you guys want to say goodbye to the Pattern Spiders for tonight?
Goodbye.
good night.
Good night.
Bye,
All right.
spitters.
Pattern Spiders, thank you so much for weaving their fate, and until next time, I will see you tomorrow. Bibbles.
Bibbles.